Peace, good people. Welcome to my channel. I am Nuku the Horned Dakini coming on to give you guys a reading. So come on in, pull on up. This could be yours, okay? Newbies, hello, hello, hello. If this is your very first time visiting with me, I am delighted to have you, okay? I hope that you choose to subscribe and stay with me, okay? OGs, returnees, newly subscribees, I fucks with y'all. And I appreciate you, okay? Really, really do from the bottom of my heart. You have no idea, okay? You have no idea. Sometimes it's those one or two likes. Sometimes it's those one or two comments that y'all leave that just keep me motivated to come on, because I've often said I'm not for everybody. So the one or two or the three or four or the 10, 20, 500, 600, whomever, however many people I reach, that's who I'm supposed to reach, right? I'm not here for everybody. I'm not here to reach everybody. I'm only here to reach the ones that I am in alignment with and are in alignment with me. Okay? So, thank everybody for being here. So, happy Cancer month, happy Cancer season, Cancer people, happy birthday, okay? Summer solstice, because we're also under is it a new moon? Full moon. We're under some phase of the moon. I didn't even check into all of that. I haven't really been keeping a lot in my mental space here lately. Just kind of been cleansing and clearing and purifying my mind. So where I normally keep that kind of stuff deposited, if I haven't had a need it, I have not been keeping it. And I suggest y'all do the same. We're kind of going through it's not so much of a quickening, but we are going through collectively. We're going through things personally in our lives, but energetically from a cosmic standpoint, we're also going through a cycle. And I don't know if y'all can feel it, but it's one of those cycles where you need to be getting rid of useless things. It's almost like a cleansing, okay? You need to be getting rid of things that you don't necessarily need. And if you do need it, you have access to go back into the data files of your mind and pull it out, but you don't need to keep it on the forefront, right? So if you're moving through life right now and you just have a bunch of useless people, useless information, useless atmospheres, useless experiences, useless environments that you're in or moving through, I challenge you and inspire you to release that, because it's probably taking up a bunch of space. And I do believe that a lot of y'all are trying to update and upgrade your motherboard, your software. You're trying to get your newest and most highest, most best, most favorable version, but you might can't because you are holding on to people, places, things, experiences, information, habits, patterns that are just useless. They're not good, bad, they're not any of that. It's not in a category of good and bad. It's just useless. So that means delete. Alt, control, delete. Because some of y'all need a complete reset, right? And then some of y'all just need to release the things that are just, in the way. Old storage space. Just, being used up with, irrelevant data. Thank you, Sweet Spirit, for using me as a trusted and true vessel. Sorry about that. To bring about a message for the collective that will soon be here to view this reading. Show me clearly who, what, when, why, where, how. What is it that the collective needs to know? Use me as a vessel. Thank you. Ashe. I'm seeing like some staggering steps. Staggering steps. That's what I just saw in my mind's eye. All right. Let's see. Steps. What does this have to do? What are those steps that I just saw? Why were they staggered? Ashe. Ashe. Okay. Temperance, okay? Sagittarius has entered the chat first off. Temperance. Because Sag is represented by Jupiter, so the first thing I thought is kind of connected to what I was saying before I laid cards. What is stopping your expansion? Where is there too much emphasis on in your life, and where that emphasis isn't important? So it's blocking your view. It's maybe distorting your view. It's causing you not to expand. Temperance is about moderation. It's about balance. But it's still a goal setting card, right? But in order to reach a goal, or in order to hit that bullseye, you have to kind of be in a stance of balance. So some of y'all might be wavy. Maybe that's why I saw those steps too. Some staggered steps could cause you to, and the steps, even though I saw actual staggered steps, that could be metaphoric for being off balance, or having to change your pace every few minutes, because the stairs that I saw were staggered. Some of y'all's equilibrium is off because of this. That could mean you got too much. Some of y'all are being pulled in several different directions, so you can't never really plant your feet on the ground. You can't reach that goal. You can't hit that bullseye. You can't really move in or move toward what it is that you're trying to get to, because maybe for some of you, those staggered steps are representing 1 minute you over here, 1 minute you over there. Somebody needs you over here. Then you got to go over there. You got too many, as old people used to say, too many irons in the fire. Okay. The Six of Swords. Yeah, you're doing too much. You moving all around. You doing too much. You over here. You over there. You going. You coming. You being jerked around and pulled around. You're off balance. I feel like I'm talking to somebody too who 1 minute you feel like you need to go, then you come back. And if that's not physical, then it's mental. But when you jerk your mind back and forth, that kind of throws you off energetically. That throws your equilibrium off energetically. I'm going to stay. Look, if you want to quit the job, quit the job. Why you keep going back and forth with it? If you're going to leave the relationship, leave. Why you keep going and then coming back? If you're going to join that group, join it. Why you keep sitting in and every week saying you're going to move, to the next level, but you never do? Like, what is it that you are stuck? Where's the stagnation? There's some stagnation. I also heard deadline. Why did I hear deadline? Some of y'all, because some of y'all may be coming upon a deadline. Maybe that's why your equilibrium is off too. You know that you are coming upon something your time is running out. You don't have a lot of time. Maybe you've been wasting time doing all of this back and forth and back. So something that you have a goal, or something that you were moving toward, I'm just going to call it that, it's starting to look like it's further and further and further and further out of your reach, because you keep going back and forth with something, whether it be mental, whether it be physical, whether it be spiritual, whether it be financial. There is some type of stagnancy that's due to staggeredness. Place the energy where it belongs. Only you know where to put this energy. But I do know that for this Six of Swords to be here, I believe that you encountered or endured some type of argument, some type of argument, but hold on, it's a certain word. Disagreement, I'll just call it that. There's been some disagreement about something too that has caused this staggeredness and this stagnation. Let's keep going. The Queen of Wands. Because you got a fire, but something is putting it out. But then you will relight it, and then somehow it gets put out again. I'm going to need you to stay in your power. You got a deadline to meet. There is something that you told yourself that you was going to do, you were going to be doing, you was going to become, you were going to start. And you done pushed that date back so many times that now you don't even feel like you can do it. You disappointing yourself. Show me more and show me clearly. The Knight of Swords. I'm telling you. Because the Knight of Swords, and see, you might want to go back and watch the reading right before this one, which was called, I think I named it Bloomed Through the Battle. I think that's what I named that one. Watch the whole thing because it's necessary and it's resourceful. But the Knight of Swords showed up in that reading as well. And what I realized in that reading, somebody was moving on strict logic. And the logic wasn't, either you were around people who was trying to make you stay grounded in logic, and it was killing your vibe because what you were calling in, whatever this goal is you're trying to reach. Now I'm talking back directly to this reading. Whatever this thing is that you're trying to do, it does call for you to be a little woo-woo. It's calling for you to be a little delusional. It's calling for you to tap into a higher version of yourself and having faith in that higher version. This, what you're calling in, or what you're trying to manifest will not and cannot be manifested with your masculine energy, which is that logic. So you may be around somebody who all they do is, you may be around some people who's doing too much heavy debating. They're really political. They're talking too much politics, whether it's actual politics of the world or the politics of what it is that you're trying to do. It doesn't matter. It's not working for you. Get away from it. Stop talking it. Stop talking about this stuff with these kind of people, because I feel this Knight of Swords energy could be what's causing you to be back and forth about stuff. Topsy-turvy about stuff. They're the person that comes in and always make you doubt whatever it is that you are saying that you are going to do or going to stop doing, right? They're the person that comes in and plays with your mental. Knight of Swords energy, of course, that is talking about air sign people, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and even Virgo type people. Yes, I know Virgo is an earth sign, but they are ruled by Mercury. Okay, so if you don't know, if you didn't know that, go do your own homework. Don't debate me, because I know my shit. You just need to go know yours. If you on this, if you on the other side of the screen saying, that's Earth, go do your homework. Go do your research. I only teach. I don't debate. But yeah. You could be, and this could be you. You could be in your own way going back and forth with your mental self and your magical self. 1 minute you are into your rituals, into your spells, into your mantras, into your affirmations, into your manifestation work. And then you want to jump back into that real logical. And when I say logical, I'm talking about somebody who, or I'm talking about the type of energy where every question has an answer. Everything needs a plan. You have to break down and analyze every single thing, and everything makes sense. And when you live in that kind of world, you miss out on all the beauty of what's going on in behind the scenes to help bring something into fruition for you. Everything isn't logical. Everything can't be analyzed. You got to believe in miracles. And I believe I'm talking to somebody who does. Or at least you have access to that portion of your mind. But then you get around something or someone, or maybe you get in your own way and you start this overthinking. You start this overthinking. And with that causes you to, you push back against some of the mystical things that may have presented themselves to you to call this thing in a little closer and a little quicker. That's why I think I heard the word deadline. I don't even think you think you have a deadline. That's what it is. You don't have a deadline. Blessings can flow all day, every day until the last day. But somebody thinks, I got to do this right now. Because if I don't do it right now, if I don't get it right now, if I don't go right now, if I don't build it right now, if I don't open it right now. So you put a lot of stress and pressure on yourself to meet this deadline. But it's a deadline that you gave yourself. So listen, I know I'm talking to some of you who have gotten in your own way. You've created these restrictions for yourself. And then, yes, some of you have other people that have created these restrictions on you. Okay. And you've accepted them. You welcomed them. The Hanged Man. I'll show the Hanged Man. You've allowed, so sometimes the Hanged Man is a good card. It's a card that can show your divine ability to put yourself in like to seclude yourself, to isolate yourself, so you can see things a little clearly, a little better. You put yourself on pause. You know, you take yourself off the market. You take yourself off the scene. This can look like somebody doing a spiritual cleansing. This could look like somebody practicing celibacy for a while, or abstinence, detoxing. The Hanged Man can look like anybody who takes themselves away from their norm so they can see clearly what's going on around them. Okay, sometimes the universe does this to us, and sometimes we do it for ourselves. Because people, seasoned people, or people who are achieving self-mastery, we know when to take ourselves away from the crowd, away from the scene, away from that environment, away from that atmosphere, and put ourselves in this position. Well, I said all that to say this. I think you got put in this position. I don't think that you chose this position. I think something has happened that put you on pause, so you could see maybe what's in the way. And I'm going to pull more cards. Clearly, I want to know what got you ass up, face down. Huh? Because that's what's going on with you. Whoever's resonating with this, you didn't say, let me take a step back from everything going on right now and get some clarity and some clarification going on. No. You got captured and put in that position. And that's never the way that you want to. That's never the way that you want. You don't want, no, you shouldn't have to be forced to sit still and sit with yourself so you can have them light bulb moments. You should not be forced to do that. That should be something that you choose to do, and you just do it on your own. But sometimes, as I mentioned, sometimes shit happens, so the shift can happen, and that's what I feel like is happening right now to some of you. So if you're resonating with this message so far, go ahead and hit that like button. Okay, subscribe, like, comment, share. Thank you, Sweet Spirit, for giving me understanding on why this person is in this Hanged Man position. What caught them up? Who caught them up? Why are they caught up? Show me clearly. Some of y'all done fumbled. You done dropped the ball somewhere. I feel like you stopped and gave time and energy to something, and it was a setup. That's what it feels like. But I want to see what the cards say. Show me clearly. Show me clearly. You done got hemmed up, though. Not funny, not laughing at you. I just know what I'm talking about. Spirit said yes. Spirit said yes. Keep these, okay? Justice. So some of y'all done got caught up legally. So maybe that's for some of you. That's the reason why you got this deadline. There's something coming up legally. There's a court date coming up for some of you. Okay, so this could for some of you be talking about a divorce or some type of legal proceedings. Some of y'all, you've been put in this situation because you're in a legal proceeding, a legal process. Something's happening. Some of you are, God forbid, but some of you are fighting for your freedom or getting ready to fight for your freedom, so to speak. Okay, but I do believe something has taken place, and that is the reason you are in a Hanged Man position now. I doubt if I have anybody that's locked up that's watching this, but just in case, I done picked up on what you got going on. You got locked up, okay, due to some type of legal situation. I do feel like it's going to work out in your favor. Three of Wands, indeed. Okay, Three of Wands. And I got one more card, the Four of Cups. So whether this is about a legal proceeding, a divorce, something working in your favor, you know, you got to place the energy where it belongs, because the Justice card covers an array of things, right? And it also came out in the previous reading. So again, if you have not watched my previous reading, which is titled Blooming Through the Battle or something like that, go watch it, because the Justice card came out in that one too. But I feel some regret. I feel like I hear somebody saying, damn, I should have listened, because maybe you wouldn't be in this situation had you listened to someone. Someone was trying to get your attention. Someone was trying to put a bug in your ear about something. Okay, you missed a deadline. Okay. You missed a deadline. Maybe that's why I heard that word, deadline. You missed a deadline. So some of you, okay. Ooh, it's a lot of information coming in right now. And I'm getting a little hot. Coming in hot. Literally. Some of y'all put a deadline on yourself because maybe you're trying to do something. And Spirit is saying, stop putting a deadline on it, because you are fumbling and dropping the ball because you're so busy trying to reach the deadline that you're missing some of the, you're forgetting to cross T's and dot I's and hump your P's. You're forgetting to do certain things because you rushing trying to start something, stop something, start something, stop something. So for some of y'all, that's what this is all about. For another few of you, this is about some type of legal proceedings, okay? That could have everything to do with your freedom. It could have everything to do with, again, divorce. It could have something to do with some type of justification on your behalf, okay? But I think you're being put in a timeout, or you're being made to be patient. It's going to work out in your favor, but maybe you're doing too much, you talking too much, you overthinking, you know, you may be speaking negatively about a situation. So that which we speak, we become, okay? So Spirit is saying hush, okay? It ain't over. It ain't done yet. So be quiet, okay? Unless you're speaking positive or you're speaking the results that you wish to see. Don't say anything if it's not positive, okay? Yeah. I believe there's some small print somewhere. Something that you've overlooked. I feel like this Three of Wands is telling me that there's something that you've overlooked in a situation. You need to go back through some paperwork, or you need to go back through something, because there could be some information that you overlooked, or maybe there's some new information that has come up. Something new has come up and you need to pay attention to it. You need to pay attention to it. I'm getting the energy of somebody doing some traveling. If you're getting ready to do any traveling here, you know, within the next 3 months, make sure you are, I'm just hearing the word prepared. I don't know prepared for what, but just make sure you got everything together. Make sure you got everything. Check your passports. Make sure they are up to date. Make sure you got the right type of driver's license. If for those of you who have not went and gotten, you know, what that new upgraded driver's license, make sure you got it. Make sure you got your birth certificate, social security card. I'm just being told to tell somebody this, and you know, that's not gonna resonate with everybody, because everybody ain't got something coming up in the next 3 months. But for some of you, you got some stuff coming up within the next 3 months, and I saw that you need to make sure you have your information together. Make sure it's prepared and updated, okay? And then for the rest of you, just make sure you go back over some paperwork. I feel like it's some details in something that you have missed pertaining to some paperwork. Show me more. Show me clearly. Strength. These cards came out in the last reading, and this was a whole different deck, okay? Different deck. Yeah, you're gonna be tested. Something's gonna come through and test you. Now we get tested all the time, so this is not a oh my God, I'm scared. Don't because we're always tested. That's how you know your strength. That's how you know your weaknesses. That's how you know where you need to begin to do a little more work, flex the muscle a little more, in areas of being tested. Okay, something may come through to test your confidence. Something may come through to test your actual physical strength. But for some of you, especially my spiritualists, something may come through and test your magic. And of course, all I'm gonna say is do as you willst, because don't never let nobody play with your magic. If they want it, give it to them. Okay, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. But yeah, somebody might be being tested about how strong their mojo is. And maybe it's not an actual person. Maybe the experience, the situation is calling for you to put your mojo to work. Because whatever needs to be handled can't be handled logically. This may be calling on somebody to come up out of that logic, come up out of the book, and call on thee. Call on thee. Okay? Call on your Ori. Call on your inner self, your higher self, your God self. And get to whipping it up. Some of y'all, it's time to do some spells. It's time to do some rituals. It's time to do some freezer spells. It's time to do some blocking spells. It's time to do some banishing spells. It's time to do some ammonia jars. It's time to do some things. Okay? Place it where it belongs. Only you know what it is that you need to be doing. And only you know what is coming through to test your magic, to test your mojo. Place it where it belongs. But I do know that something is trying to capture you. Something, and maybe not capture you physically. Now, of course, yes, I can never take stuff off the table. You know if you've done something legally wrong, okay? So you know if them people are after you, okay? So that's why I can't say that that's not it. For some of y'all, you know that's your story. But mainly and mostly what I'm picking up on is an experience, an encounterment, an entanglement is trying to capture your energy, capture your confidence, capture your, almost like it doesn't like the fact that you are confident and really, really faithful in thyself. Really, really the shit out here. Somebody or something doesn't like that somehow, some way you always get out of situations. Somehow, some way you always make it. Somehow, some way you always get free from a situation. Somebody don't like that. Something don't like that. Okay, so place the energy where it belongs. There might be the very people that you need to throw in the freezer. I don't know. Hell, some of y'all need to go put them in the graveyard. I don't know. I'm just giving ideas. I don't know what you need to do. But for some of y'all, it's some shit that you got to do because they playing on your top. They playing in your face and they don't think that you're going to do anything. Come on, sweet spirit, give me more information. Well, I'm going to leave all of that alone. Show me more, show me clearly. If there is more, Ashe. The Ace of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. And I love that. So many of you are about to have a renewal in your material gain. A renewal in your ability to call in material abundance, money, ways to make money, multiple streams of income, opportunities and ideas that bring about multiple streams of income, prosperity. It something has been unleashed for you. This may be you may be coming off a time of a drought. Maybe it's been a drought. You've been getting just enough money to maintain, and that's it, right? I don't think I'm talking to somebody who's been poverty stricken. I think I'm talking to somebody you've just been making just enough to maintain. And I think you did a lot with very little, and you were trusted with a little. So now the universe can trust you with a lot. Also, I'm talking to somebody who took their very little and shared it with people. You didn't have a lot, but what you did have, when somebody needed you gave. Now, that could have been financially, that could have been with food, that could have been with your time, that could have been with your energy, okay? So place the energy where it belongs. Maybe you didn't have the mental space to share, but somebody needed you and you did. You did. You came through for them. Maybe somebody needed money. You didn't really even have it, but you love this person. You trust them. They trust you, and they came to you sincerely and genuinely with this need, and you gave it to them, even though you're in need, right? So you did a very spectacular thing by helping somebody when you were in a drought. That's the reason this Ace of Pentacles is being bestowed upon you. He who can be trusted with a little will be granted a lot. Okay, so congratulations to whoever this is receiving this portion of the message. Ashe. There might be why these energies or these people or these atmospheres, you know, old, dark, sinister shit working in behind the scenes that know that you are about to be blessed and highly favored. There might be why they're trying to subdue you, right? That might be why they, you know, are trying to subdue you. Because sometimes what's going on behind the scenes can see what's coming down the pipeline for you. Can see what's coming down coming through for you. Your dreams about to come true. You don't think that dark, sinister shit that lives in the invisible realm, you don't think they see your blessings coming directly to you and want to try to get in the way of that? Sometimes it comes, listen, for some of y'all, it's going to come by way of an ex coming back around. For some of y'all, it's going to be about that ex not signing them divorce papers or doing everything in their power to make sure you don't get what is owed to you, right? So place the energy where it belongs. You will know where to place this energy at. You know, if you get caught up in them legal proceedings, they don't want to see you. You know they don't want to see you win. You know? So place the energy where it belongs. But either way, as I mentioned earlier, it's all going to work out in your favor. It's all going to work out in your favor. Just slow down. No, you got to be patient. You got to be patient. Slow down and, you know. Because I don't know, I feel a little impulsive energy. It ain't out here, but I feel like maybe you don't know what to do, so you're doing everything, hoping that one of them things, if not everything, will work. And I'm saying, I don't know. Just don't do everything. Find one magical thing and stick the fuck with it. Okay, find your power. I think like I could be talking to somebody who got their hands in a whole lot of different pots, trying to do all of them to see which one of them is going to work out. That's not how you manifest, and that's not how you practice your magic. Okay, find your divine flow and stay with that. Find a divine flow and stay with that. See, when you staggered and you all over the place, you can get gapped from all of them point of views that you got going on. But when you stay in the flow, you got access to look to the north, the south, the east, the west. You got a panoramic view of what's going on around you. So they can't nobody sneak up on you. Can't nobody sneak up on you. Can't nothing sneak up on you because you got a divine flow and you have access. Your head is on the swivel, but when you over here, over there, doing this, doing that, hey, you can't watch all of them different aspects of yourself and all them different aspects of other things going on. Okay? Show me more, show me clearly. There's some alchemy taking place here, but I think it's going on behind the scenes. So if you're not tapped in, tuned in, turned on, connected, you're not going to know what's going on. You're going to just think that some old mundane shit is going on. But I'm telling you, I sense and see and feel an alchemical process going on right here in your favor. It might not feel like it right now because you don't quite know what the end result is going to be to something. The goal, the bullseye that you are trying to stay focused on, you don't really know yet. But knowing is only half of the battle. It's what you do in the process that gives you confidence and comfort. while you're in this hanged man energy, that's a good time for you to be purifying and cleansing and releasing. Some of y'all are in this position because you just keep piling shit on top of 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 shit. So the universe said, let me shake the shit up so the shift can happen. Let me shake all this shit up that they got going on because they're not stopping and not paying attention. They're not cleaning as you go. You know, when you cook it in the kitchen, you really need to clean as you cook. Because if you do all the cooking and then you got all of this cleaning to do afterwards, now you probably gonna be tired. You don't wanna clean the kitchen. So you finna eat, leave all that shit in the kitchen and go straight to bed. Now your kitchen dirty. If you had just been cleaning as you was cooking, cleaning as you go, makes for a mighty fine, clean kitchen at the end, right? But that's what's going on right now for some of you. You in this position for a reason. Also, and I'm gonna end with this because Spirit said I think I'm about to say what needs to be said to wrap this up. But a lot of y'all are getting ready to go through a season while you're here of honoring your emotions. That's another reason that I know that many of you have been running on logic. You have not been paying any attention to your emotional body, your intuitive body. Sharpen up your insight. Sharpen up your hindsight, your foresight. You're going to have to feel your way, probably through the rest of this journey. Or at least for the next 30 days. And I think that's why some of you all have been subdued. Some of y'all, somebody's doing this to you. Okay? But for a few of you, Spirit is doing this to you because it wants you to honor your emotions. Come out of your head and honor your emotions. Okay? And it's okay to have a meeting of those two, because see, when your logic and emotions meet, you found your truth. But if you always here, you don't know you always here. Do you know how many times this gets attacked? There are things that can be placed directly into your mind to fry it. And you don't even know it. You be thinking it's your thoughts. So see, logic ain't always the route to take. But when you have a healthy balance, when you have a healthy amount of logic and a healthy amount of emotion, and you make sure those things are in alignment with one another, they're balanced, then you got truth, your own truth, your own personal truth. You've merged your feminine energy and your masculine energy, and you've made a sandwich. Then you can eat your sandwich. But a lot of y'all sandwiches is half made because you only got the top of the bread. Where's the bottom bun? You only got the top bun. You got to have the bottom bun. All right, good people. So I am completing this. I am concluding right here. If you resonated with this, go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, share, do all the good things that I want you to do. And this is where I conclude. I appreciate you being here. I hope it's resonated with you. Bye-bye.